So I'm going to start off by finding the length of that, which I've already done, and copying it onto this piece. Alright, so what I did, I marked out ½ inch, 1.5 inches, 2 inches, and the same on this side. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a little marking knife, scribe on a straight line so that later I can rest my saw up on there. So now I'm just going to take my saw and cut out the dovetails. I mean, it doesn't, I kind of just freehand this. You could use a dovetail maker or marker. So now I'm going to take out this part right here. So now it's time to remove this part and this part. And the way I'm going to do it is chop at it with a chisel until I get about halfway, flip it over and chop at it with a chisel, and it should just break off. There it is. There it is. I'm going to do the same for this side, and I'm going to repeat what I just did here onto here. Alright, so now that I have these two cut out, I'm going to lay it on top of this and simply mark it. So now that I have it marked out, I can cut it out. And the trick to dovetails is, if you want to take out this one, saw on this side of the line, and do the same for the rest. So now what I have to do is remove this, this, and this, and the same thing for this piece here, here, and here. And I'm not going to show that because it's a long process, and I already did it with these. Alright, so I have all my pieces here. piece here. Now it's time to put it together. I've already put this one in. I'm going to attach this one now.
There it is.
So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to glue on a base. And this piece is a little bit bigger than this piece, so I'm going to have to paint it down. So now that I have my bottom, which is clamped onto my workbench, I'm gonna round over the edges a little bit with my number 4. So I have the bottom of the box completed. I rounded over all the edges. Now it's just time to glue it on. So before I glue it all up, I'm gonna sand everything with 80 grit, 120 grit, and 220 grit. So to attach the box to the bottom, I simply just added glue to the bottom here, and I'm just gonna center it by eye. That looks good. To clamp it down, I'm just gonna add on this weight here. And that should be good. I have the top on now. I simply just rounded over all the edges and left a little overhang here. I really didn't know what I was going to do with the lid. I was thinking of having a little pyramid shape, but I ended up going with just the simple rounded over front. So the box is basically done. I stained it an American walnut color. I haven't put on the hinges, and I'm not going to show that because I don't have the hinges yet, but once I get them I'll attach them. And yeah, this was my first box I've ever made. Also the dovetails, I haven't had really much experience with them. I started dovetailing about 2 days before I started working on this box. So yeah, they turned out a lot better than I thought. And one thing you may have noticed was that I didn't glue the dovetails together. I just thought it was a very tight fit that, I wouldn't even need glue. Another thing you may have noticed is that I didn't screw on or do anything to really hold the base in place. But it's fun because as long as you have the long grain going with a long grain, it should hold up very good. Wood glue is a lot stronger than people may think, as long as you do it right. This box was the design and everything was based off of Paul Seller's Dovetail box. Mine is a little bit bigger, and the top is a little different. The only difference is it didn't go outwards like this. And yeah, that's basically it. It was a lot of fun to build. Thanks for watching.